All right, we're going to go ahead and install the cam cover, gear case cover, what do you want to call it. It's dry. I just took it out of the washer there, washed it, hot soapy water, blew through it with air. And I'm going to do one thing you probably shouldn't do. I'm going to reuse this cam cover gasket. It's the steel one. I've coated it with copper coat, so we should be good with that. If I get it to stick on there. Stick a couple of bolts in there to begin with. Go away, cat. And going to put a little assembly lube in the gear case bushings here. You can put it on cams themselves, but it makes a damn mess, so we'll just put it directly on the bushings. I didn't show it, but I did replace the cam cover, or number 2 cam seal. I guess I probably should have filmed that. It's fairly straightforward though, it's just replacing the seal. Get our bolt started here. Make sure the video is still on par. No, cat knocked it out of the way, so let's zoom out a little bit. Now, I don't do it, but if you've ever done one before, it's probably a good idea to take your cam cover and do a cardboard cutout so you can number the bolts where they go. Because they're different lengths here. You got these 3 long ones in the front and a fairly long one back here. And then these here go in here. And I guess I could measure these and tell you what they are, but you know what? I'm not going to. There's ways for you to look that up and find out. Or when you take it apart, you'll be able to tell for yourself. You basically got 3 different lengths here. And you can figure it out if you don't get the right engagement. And then the shortest one goes down here at the bottom. Don't forget it. Hey, don't you bite me. That's it for those. Now I'm just going to run these in real light like. You don't want to really reef on them. I'm just and I don't remember, I don't know if they give this in service manual or not, because I haven't looked at a service manual for one of these things for doing a cam cover since probably 1980 something. Anyway, I think I went to service school one time and they had it like, you do this one, then that one, then that one, and then that one, and then these, and then the ones at the back. So that's what I'm doing. And that's the way I've always done them, so. Okay. Now I don't have an inch-pound torque wrench anymore because I let somebody borrow it years ago, and I guess I'm never getting it back. So I'm using regular foot-pound torque wrench. So normally you do these to like 100 to 110 inch-pounds. I'll be doing these to like 8 foot-pounds. They're actually a little bit less than 8, I think. Could have done some, well, I can still do them. What looks good is like a polished stainless bolt on these, but I'm not doing that. Or maybe I will later, I don't know. I think the old cam cover turned out pretty good there with the flat black paint on it. I'd originally done them and was going to do them in satin black, but I shot some of the stuff in satin black, and you can see every imperfection in the paint. So I reshot it with flat black, and they look a lot better. And that's it for that. All I have to do now is pull my fitting off the back here for the gear case vent and put some pipe dope on there, and it's good to go. Waiting on some lifters because I screwed up and I took this thing apart and then stuck everything in a box, and I must have moved it because I couldn't find 2 of the lifters. So I had 2, and I couldn't find these front 2 lifters or the rotation pins. So these rotation pins were obsolete. So went on eBay, found a set of lifters, actually all 4 lifters with rotation pins for like 14 bucks, free shipping. And the lifters, you know, they had like supposedly 10,000 miles or something like that, which they're just broken in, really. And, you know, this isn't a street bike that's getting a lot of miles on it. And the truth is, those lifters have less miles than these do. I'm guessing. Well, I know they do because this thing's got like 70,000 miles on it, or almost 70,000. And the lifters look good in here, but they look great. They weren't making any noise, really. Had no wear on the rollers. Didn't clack when you started it up. But anyway, had to get 4 new lifters, so I'm guessing these were original lifters, more than likely. So I got 4 lower mileage lifters that'll fit right in there on them cams. And no, it doesn't matter if they're used morning with those cams or not. If it was a flat tappet cam, yeah, but not with a roller cam, no. So we'll put those in there. And I'm going to go ahead and tape these holes up right here. Anyway, that's putting the cam cover on. Appreciate you guys watching. New subscribers, appreciate you signing up there or joining, whatever you do. Appreciate it greatly. Do have to go to town later on. I live out in the country a little bit. Well, not too far out. Not in town. So when I say I have to go to town, that means like the next town over, not the town that's the closest. The bigger town that's down the road there. And that's it. So if you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I guess I'll be putting the top end back on this thing this week. I got the rings in. My top end gasket stuff's supposed to be here tomorrow or Wednesday. My lifters are supposed to be here tomorrow with the rotation pins. And we'll start throwing the top end together. I at least want to get the cylinders on this week and cover them up pretty good so I can get started on the cylinder heads. Got to get started porting the cylinder heads and packing the springs and doing all the measurements on the heads and writing them down. So I'll be doing some, I don't know what you'd call them, spreadsheets. I just call them spec lists for top end stuff here. As far as measuring the cylinders, measuring the pistons, writing it down so you have a record of it. It's just easier to do it that way. And then the same thing for the top end. You measure your stem protrusion, installed height, coil bind height with the springs, spring pressure, your gasket thicknesses, what your deck height is, valve to guide clearance, top collar to seal clearance, and all this stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Guys, have a great day. Take care.